Hi everybody, PJ here, and I've had quite a few people asking me what's happened to the Yaris and about my new car that I'm running around in. Now, I did a video some time ago stating that my son had now taken over the Yaris, and he's a mental health nurse at Rampton Hospital. And when security saw my car in the car park, they were all running around like loonies thinking that pjaudits was there, and they spent the whole day looking for me because he was out on a run somewhere and his car was in the car park. Unfortunately, since then, he was coming home from work one day, a deer ran out in front of him, it smashed all the front of the car up, and it's been absolutely written off. Right, now then, this car that I'm in at the moment, it has been used in some of my previous videos before. If you go back a couple of years, maybe 2.5 years, this car has made an appearance in that video before, or in my videos before. It is basically my weekend car, and that in the winter it tends to hibernate, and I tend to put it off the road for a time, because, to be honest, it's a bit like me, it's getting on a little bit. Now when I say it's getting on a little bit, it's a 2002 model Audi TT Roadster. Right, so let's have a quick look at it, shall we, and we'll talk you through it. Right, so here we are in all its glory. Now, as you can see, for a 23-year-old car, it is looking really good. Now, I have done quite a bit of work on it. I've just had a new roof on it because the back window fell out. It was the original roof and the back window fell out, and there was no way it could be repaired. Now, it did cost me 1,300 quid and a trip to the other side of Manchester to get it done, but it's done. And doesn't it look good? Doesn't this car look good for a 22-year-old car? Sorry, 23-year-old car. Okay, now other than a new roof on, I have had a little bit of work done on it. The engine on it is a 1800 BAM engine, which out of the factory is supposed to put out 225 brake horse, but it's had a little bit of work done on the engine as well. It's had a remap and one or two other little extras on it, and it's now pushing out close to 300 brake horsepower. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the roof down and let you have a look at it with the roof down. I do have a cover that goes over the back. I may put it on, I may not, just depends how I feel, because it's a pain in the backside to actually get on. But anyway, let's get the roof down and have a look at it with the roof down. You can see, right, so now you can see what it looks like with the roof down. I haven't put the cover on the back. It is an absolute pain in the backside to get on. So, you know, it doesn't make any difference how it performs, but I've not bothered putting the roof on. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take it for a run, and we're going to have a look at one or two of the things that it can do, and see how quickly it can accelerate. Obviously, I'm not going to break the speed limit. Well, I'm going to try not to break the speed limit. And we'll get out and have a run in it. Right, let's crack on. I'll put the window up so we get less wind noise. Now, I'll be honest, this is what I love to do more than anything else. Just cruise nice and steady. Don't need to go fast. I normally have the music playing and you know, nice steady 50-60 mile an hour when you get on a nice open road, music on. It's absolutely fantastic. It's really enjoyable, especially with the roof down on a day like this. It makes life worth living. Can be a little bit sharp though if you press the accelerator just that little bit hard. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take it for a run up the A1, hoping the traffic's not going to be bad, and we're going to get on at what's commonly known as 5-lane ends. If you look on the map, it's called Appley Head. It's the A57, and then we're going to travel up to Blythe on the A1, and then we're going to come back on a B road where there's a few bends and turns, so we can have a look how well it corners and it handles around the bends. Now, one of the beauties of this car, for me anyway, let me get my hair out the back. For me anyway, one of the beauties of this car is the seating position. The seats are really, really comfortable for me, even though they're, shall we say, getting on a little bit. And the position of the steering wheels and everything is ideal for me and my height and my size. So we'll just let this car through. Right, so that's us out of Clumber Park. Well, a fair bit of traffic on this road, I'll tell you. So we're just coming up to Appley Head roundabout now, and just the other side of the roundabout is the A1, so we're going to go A1 northbound. Now I might give it a bit of a squirt just to show you how well it accelerates if there's nobody in front of me and I'm able to do it. Yeah, it looks like we've got a van in front of us. So that's third gear. And off we go. When it's fun, nice steady 60-70 mile an hour on a dual carriageway. I'm taking our time. Let's just put that back windbreak up. I'll cut down on the wind noise a little bit for the microphone. As you've seen, it does zip on nicely when you put your foot down. Like I say, 23-year-old car, it goes really, really well. Now you don't see many of these on the road now. In the last couple of months, I think I've only seen one or two Mark 1 TTs, and they've been the coupe version. They've not been the roadster same as this. Now, about 3 or 4 years ago, if you looked on Auto Trader, they were fetching about 1,500 quid. Now good ones like this, I mean we've only got 72,000 miles on the clock. Good low mileage ones like this are fetching like 6.5 grand now. So they are quite rapidly going up in value because of the rarity. Felt that turbo start to kick in then, give me a kick in the pants. And considering the roof's down, hang on, I'll put my teeth in, the road noise isn't that bad. Not bad at all, and it's good. I mean, I know my hair's blowing about a bit, but there's not a lot of wind that actually gets on you. You feel the breeze, and it's nice to feel the breeze, but I wouldn't say it blows your face off, if you know what I mean. So we're coming up to the Blythe turn off. We're going to take this turn off, this exit off the A1. Drive through the village of Blythe. And then we're going on a road that's a bit... It's got a few bends in it. It's quite a nice road, just to show you the handling of this vehicle. Into a 30 zone. Quite a nice little village this. It's a bit expensive if you want to live here, like, but you know, it's quite a nice village. Little bit of useless information for you. Blythe is one of the few, I think one of only 2 places in the country that they used to have a jousting field and old jousting tournaments. Nobody knows exactly where it was, but it's in the records that they had jousting tournaments here in Blythe. Super in front. Right, so we're going to head onto this back road now. Take it for a bit of a run. So we've got a couple of vehicles in front of us. I'm going to pull up on the left hand side in a little bit. Just give us a bit of a run up so we're not stuck behind these. Going to pull up and wait here a second at this road entrance and let them get away from us for a bit. Okay, that should do it. Right, as you can see, we've got a nice few bends on this road. Carried away. As you can see, it does corner really, really well, this. And there you go, we've caught up with them. Now when COVID was on and we had that wonderful summer when nobody could go out, just to get out of the house a little bit and chill, I just used to jump in this and go for a drive. Obviously I'm not near anybody else, so you know, I'm not disrupting anybody while the COVID thing was on, and just put the old music on and enjoyed myself. Now it's just been in for an MOT this, and it only failed on one thing. One of the bushes had gone on one of the wishbones. So rather than mucking about, I had a whole new wishbone put on. So it's MOT'd for the next 12 months. The only downside to this vehicle is the tax is I think it's about £480 a year, which is a crazy amount. I think it's all to do with the emissions. It can be a little bit thirsty if you're giving it a bit of stick, it can suck the juice down like there's a hole in your petrol tank. But if you take it nice and steady, if I'm going down the motorway, nice steady 70 mile an hour, I can average 33, 34 to the gallon, probably about 28 around town, and if I'm welly in it, probably about 14 to the gallon. So I'm in top gear, flat ground, doing just under 40 mile an hour. I'm getting 45 to the gallon. But obviously if I blip it, then it drops down tremendously. Through sunny Langold now. Another interesting fact, this village didn't exist until they sank Furbeck Colliery, and they built all these houses and shops and everything for the miners. These were all what's known as pit houses, because they're owned by the coal board, and it's where, you know, all the colliery workers lived. And speaking of Furbeck Colliery, we're just going to come up to a set of traffic lights in a minute. And if you look to the right, well, you can't look to the right because it's the camera. But off to the right, they've built a load of new houses on what used to be Furbeck Colliery pit site. And I don't think they're cheap houses either. I think they're quite expensive. So far on this one I've averaged 31.1 to the gallon. Here are the lights I was talking about, and off to the right used to be Furbeck Colliery. Osprey View. So we're now coming into Carlton in Lindry, which was named in the Doomsday Book apparently of 10, whatever it was, William the Conqueror. 1080 or something like that, I don't know. I'm not a history buff. But it was definitely named or mentioned in the Doomsday Book. So people have lived here for over 1,000 years. In fact, we're going to go past a church on the right hand side in about 3/4 of a mile that was founded in the year 800. So it's 1,200 years old. Alright, it's had a bit of work done to it since then, like, but you know. That's when they started building it. Where those trees are in front of us, and there's a turning off to the right, and there's a war memorial on the right hand side. You'll see it in a second. If you go up the road, I don't know if you can see the church on the camera, it is up there. Now I did do a video about this church some years ago. Up there is very, very expensive if you want to live up there. £1 million houses. Not the kind of place where I'm welcome at all. Oh, it's been there 1300 years, that sign says. Church. As you can see, nice and steady. It's a nice easy drive. It's an everyday drive. It's a car you could drive every day to work, you know, going, well, you can't do much shopping in it. The boot's about as big as a sour's a pig's ear, but you know, it's a good everyday run around car. Something that you can go out and do your daily run around in. And if you get stuck behind somebody and you want to get past, it's got loads and loads of power to whip you past. You know, when you consider that this is only an 1800 engine, 1800cc engine, the amount of pull and the power it's got, it's absolutely phenomenal. It really is. And you can do a lot more with them. I mean, if you do things like bump the turbo up and different exhaust and inlet manifolds and all that kind of stuff, you can get these up to like nearly 400 brake horsepower if you want. Why on earth you'd want that, I don't know. Because to be honest, as it is, it can be very, very scary. And if you're just a little bit heavy footed with your right foot, it can give you a bit of a shock till you get used to it. Here we have the Cannon Hotel. This is where I was born many, many years ago. nearly 70 years ago. Forgetting they've changed this to 30 mile an hour. It used to be 40 here. Oh, look at that Ferrari, nearly as fast as this. Right, so there you go. Now I know what some of you are going to say. Hairdresser's car. Hang on, let me turn it off. Some of you are going to say hairdresser's car. No, I don't think so. Too quick to be hairdresser's car. Not saying that hairdressers can't drive quick, you know, but the first thing my friend said to me when I bought it was, "Oh, you bought a hairdresser's car." Nah. But anyway, I kind of hope you've enjoyed this video. Something a bit different. I hope it's answered a few of your questions. Because like I say, I've had quite a few comments about the car and one or two other things. So now you know a little bit about it. And I am a big TT fan, as you will see later on next week. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, please share, please subscribe, and guess what? I'll see you in the next one. Bye everybody, I'll see you soon.